If this message found you, pause for a second, because this may be one of those moments your spirit was meant to recognize. Some people move through life chasing signs, but chosen ones often live inside them without even knowing it. There are patterns that follow people marked for spiritual wealth, and once you see them, you cannot unsee them. In this video, you will discover 7 signs that reveal whether your life has been carrying a code of divine abundance from the very beginning. And the 4th sign is the one most people overlook, even though it changes everything. Spiritual wealth is not about money showing up in your life. It is about alignment. It is about being guided away from what drains you and led toward what multiplies you. It looks like peace that survives pressure, discernment that protects your path, and opportunities arriving at the right moment instead of a forced one. Yes, it can open the door to abundance, but first, it transforms the person who will carry it. That is why chosen ones are often shaped in silence before they are seen in overflow. Wealth begins in spirit before it ever appears in the world. The first sign is that you have always felt different, even in rooms where you were supposed to fit in. From a young age, you may have sensed that your mind, your questions, and even your silence were not like everyone else's. People may have misunderstood you, judged you, or even pushed you aside because they could not read what was on your spirit. But being different was never your weakness. It was your separation. Chosen ones are rarely made to blend in, because blending in would hide the very thing they were sent to carry. That distance you felt was not proof that something was wrong with you. Even your loneliness was training you to hear heaven more clearly than the crowd. It was often the first sign that your life was being set apart for something deeper, something greater, and something that would one day make perfect sense. The second sign is that you have gone through losses that felt deeply unfair, doors closed without explanation. Relationships ended when you were finally starting to trust. Opportunities slipped away just when you thought your life was turning around. And more than once, you asked why your path had to be so hard when your heart was sincere. But chosen ones often experience painful separation before divine elevation. What looked like rejection was sometimes protection. What felt like delay was often redirection. Even the silence was shaping endurance. Some things had to fall apart because they could not follow you into the level of abundance you were being prepared for. Your losses were not random. They were pruning, and pruning never feels kind in the moment. Yet every painful cut was making room for stronger roots, clearer vision, and a future that could hold more than your past ever could. The third sign is that your intuition has warned you before your eyes had proof. You sensed when a person was not who they claimed to be. You felt the shift before the betrayal, the delay before the disappointment, and the danger before the fall. At times, you doubted yourself because what you were feeling made no logical sense. But later, life confirmed what your spirit had already picked up. This is not luck, it is discernment. Chosen ones often carry a sensitivity that goes beyond observation. They feel what is hidden, they recognize atmospheres, they notice what others dismiss. That inner knowing was never meant to make you anxious. It was meant to keep you aligned. Spiritual wealth requires timing, and timing requires sensitivity. The fact that your spirit often knew first may be one of the clearest signs that heaven has been quietly guiding your steps all along. The 4th sign, and the one most people miss, is that you have been tested in the area of value and worthiness more than anywhere else. It may have shown up as financial struggle, but the deeper battle was never just about money. It was about whether you believed you were allowed to receive. You may have worked hard and still felt blocked. You may have carried guilt when you desired more, as if abundance and purity could not exist together. You may have shrunk your gifts, lowered your standards, or accepted less because some part of you was taught that wanting overflow was selfish. But this is where many chosen ones are misunderstood. They are not being denied, they are being trained. That is why some of your seasons were not stripping you of blessing. They were teaching your soul how to carry increase without panic or fear. If a person is called to carry spiritual wealth, they must first be healed from every lie that tells them they are unworthy of it. Otherwise, they will sabotage what heaven sends. The attack on your self-worth was not random. It was aimed at your future. Because once you know your value, you stop begging, stop settling, and stop apologizing for what God placed on your life. That inner shift is often the true beginning of abundance. Not when money arrives, but when your spirit finally agrees that you were never meant to live beneath what was assigned to you. The fifth sign is that you have attracted misunderstanding, envy, or resistance that seemed larger than the moment itself. There were times when people reacted to you before knowing you. Some pulled away, some projected, and some treated your presence like a threat even when you came with peace. That can be confusing when you meant well, but chosen ones often carry a light that exposes what is hidden in others, and not everyone welcomes that mirror. The opposition around your life was not always about something you did wrong. Sometimes it was a reaction to what your spirit represented. Favor can provoke, purity can unsettle, calling can draw attack before it draws recognition. This is why you cannot measure your worth by how comfortably others receive you. The resistance may have been painful, but it was revealing. It showed that your life carries weight, and weight creates a response. The sixth sign is that something in you has always resisted the idea of living only to survive. Even when life became repetitive, heavy, or uncertain, there was still a quiet voice inside you saying, "This cannot be all there is." You were not satisfied with existing without meaning. You wanted your life to matter. You wanted your work, your gifts, and even your pain to point toward something greater. That desire is not delusion. It is remembrance. Chosen ones often carry an inner awareness that they were born for more than routine struggle, not more in pride, but more in purpose. You were not created just to get through the week and call that life. You were created to build, bless, serve, and multiply what was placed in your hands. That holy dissatisfaction may be one of the clearest signs that abundance is part of your assignment on earth. The seventh sign is that your hardest seasons were often followed by strange alignment. Right after a period of confusion, exhaustion, or loss, something would begin to shift in ways you could not have planned. The right message appeared. The right person called. A door opened at the moment you were ready to stop hoping. These moments may have looked small from the outside, but your spirit knew they were not random. Chosen ones are often carried through hidden transitions before breakthrough. What feels like chaos is sometimes divine rearrangement. What looks delayed may actually be converging. This is why your life has had moments that felt too precise to ignore. Not every opportunity is aligned, but when something is sent for you, it carries peace. If you have seen these unusual alignments after your lows, it may be because heaven was never absent. It was positioning your next season. What these 7 signs really mean. What all 7 signs mean is simple. Your life has never been random. The differences, the losses, the discernment, the attacks on your worth, the resistance, the holy dissatisfaction, and the strange alignments were all speaking the same message. You were being prepared, not overlooked. Chosen ones often mistake preparation for punishment because the process is hidden while it is happening. But when the pattern becomes clear, everything changes. You stop asking why your path was unusual and start seeing why it had to be. Spiritual wealth is not given to inflate the ego. It is entrusted to people who have been shaped by fire, emptied of illusion, and taught to carry blessing with wisdom. So if these signs reflect your life in this hour, do not dismiss them. They may be the evidence that your season of waiting was never empty. It was building the person your breakthrough requires. So if this message found you at the right time, do not scroll past what your spirit already knows. You were not marked for lack. You were not created to live beneath your calling. You were prepared for spiritual wealth, divine timing, and a level of abundance that matches your assignment. If this message spoke directly to you, comment 777 below as a sign that you receive it by faith today. And as you step into this next season, stay close to this channel, subscribe now, and like this video so we can keep unlocking the divine abundance code together.